Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to your January 2024 astrological forecast. And you know, I'm doing all signs for this month, a monthly report, and I will always do all signs for the weekly forecast. But in the future, I may only do monthly forecasts for certain signs because these signs, it's like not just my channel, but kind of across the board. There seems to be certain zodiac signs they're just not interested in astrology or even tarot. Okay, so there you'll notice that some tarot readers even only do certain signs, and that's why, you know, if the sign isn't interested, then it's just really not worth putting up a video for them. So like I said, in the future I will probably only do certain signs for monthly, but I will always do all zodiac signs for the weekly and other things also. But anyway, so this month, the month starts off with, on the 1st, Mercury goes direct in Sagittarius. Finally! Yes! Mercury direct. Okay, so that is something to look forward to, especially having a retrograde period during busy holidays and trying to travel and all that stuff. Trying to get in touch with people, not always that easy. So if you are having problems like that, they'll start to smooth out. In fact, you may even be receiving some packages or cards or something or other this month that you should have gotten last month. Okay. On the 4th, Mars leaves Sagittarius and moves into Capricorn. On the 11th, there's a new moon in Capricorn. On the 13th, Mercury moves into Capricorn again. On the 20th, the Sun moves into Aquarius, and on the very same day, Pluto moves into Aquarius again. I will be doing a video on Pluto in all the signs. Pluto in Aquarius for all the zodiac signs, okay? On the 23rd, Venus moves into Capricorn. Up until that point, it is still in Sagittarius, moved there at the end, very end of December, on the 29th. And then on the 25th, there's a full moon in Leo. And on the 27th, Uranus turns direct. So, thank you so much for your support, your continued support. Thank you, subscribers, and thank you so much for checking on me. I really appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, okay, and click on the notification bell, and you'll be notified each time I upload something. And also check out the links below in the description box. One is to my website, and there is another one called Ask Me a Question, which is for those of you who only want to know maybe one or two things about your chart. Okay, so now for your forecast. Happy New Year, Virgo. So, let's see, Mercury finally turns direct on the 1st. Okay, Mercury is in Sagittarius in your 4th house. Okay, finally turns direct. Mars is here, still in Sagittarius up until the 4th. And Venus is here up until the 23rd. So very nice. You know, your 4th house is your family, your home life, where you physically live, and the property surrounding it. It's also your personal life, your past, your childhood, and the very foundation of how you were raised. Okay, now Venus just moved into Sagittarius at the end of December, like the 29th, okay? So when you have Venus in your 4th house, you like get in the mood to beautify it in some way or other. And this is kind of like, I want to say, here's the thing though, Mars has been here since last month, right? And when Mars is in your 4th house, it makes you want to do big changes, like some kind of remodeling or buying some kind of big appliance or something big, okay? Venus, on the other hand, just makes you want to buy like new towels or drapes or something or other, you know. But it is a nice combination. Either way, you are making changes of some kind in your home. You know, it could be within your family, but it could be physical. With Mars, it is leaving here, so some of these changes have already been made. It could be, again, cosmetic, or it could be like even personal. Fourth house is also your personal life, so changes within your personal life and your living arrangement or where you live, something or other, okay? And again, with Venus here, it makes pleasant times at home. You could be hosting a party or two, a house party, or if you're involved with anyone right now, most of your romantic times are spent in a home setting, okay, either your place or their place or whatever. With Mercury, though, finally turning direct, okay, up until the 13th, it's still here, okay, in your fourth house. Maybe you were waiting on some kind of news from a family member. Fourth house, again, also being your past. So somebody from your past may have re-entered your life, even if it's just briefly. But they're there for a reason, for some, they could be there to help you in some way or to remind you of yourself, even, of who you were or who you are. You could have got lost in there some way or other. So even just reminiscing with someone, even a family member, but it could, again, like I said, be somebody from your past, like your childhood past, that kind of thing. That's how long ago, okay? Now Mars does move into Capricorn on the 4th. There's a new moon in Capricorn on the 11th. Mercury moves into Capricorn on the 13th, and then Venus moves here on the 23rd. And they all fall in your 5th house. That's where you have Capricorn, of fun. This is the house of fun. Any form of recreation or entertainment. Okay, this is the house of creativity and romance. Gambling and speculation, even if you're speculating on yourself. Okay, or on a creative project or something that you have. And this is also the house of children. Okay, but this is a lot of fun. Having Mars here really energizes this area. And a lot of times this house rules like dancing and acting and, any kind of creativity. Okay, but you could take up some kind of like physical sport at this time, or even just dancing. Okay, for fun. But find that you're having a lot of really nice benefits from it physically. Because it's you're physically active. It's like an exercise, okay? So you'll more than likely continue with that into when Mars leaves this area and moves into Aquarius, okay? But anyways, having the love planets traveling together, because Venus does move here on the 23rd, Mars will already be here, means that romance could really be in the picture for you. Either you are, if you're currently involved with someone, it becomes a lot more active at this time and a little bit more meaningful than normal, okay? But if you're not involved with someone, you could actually just meet someone at this time. This is the house of parties, too, or a house of get-togethers. People could be inviting you to do things, maybe more than they normally do. Okay, then the new moon on the 11th is a new beginning in this area of your life. Either you begin a new romance or a new page enters into your romance. This could be something with a child, yours or someone else's. This could be a creative project that it could be something completely new, or something that takes like a new twist or new turn that breathes fresh air, life into it, okay? Or, I would say, just like with all of these planets here, I would, buy a rub-off, scratch-off lottery ticket now and then. Check out my weekly forecast for aspects that will more or less tell you when it's a good idea to do something like this, because these planets will conjunct one another in this house, and that helps to bring about movement, okay, in this house, okay? Anyway, the Sun moves into Aquarius on the 20th. On the very same day, Pluto moves into Aquarius, into your 6th house where you have Aquarius, and this is the house of health, the house of service to others, house of small pets, but it's basically your house of work, okay, the kind of work that you do, your work schedule, your co-workers, sometimes, you know, the company you work for. You know, Pluto's already been here briefly off and on. It keeps moving back and forth between Capricorn and Aquarius, but it will fully move into Aquarius by the end of this year. So you have like a little bit of an idea as far as the workplace goes, of some changes that you could see coming, or that, you know, your company was trying to make, or something or other, you know, that kind of pointed you in the direction of where things were going as far as work goes, and your work schedule even, okay, your workload, or even if you're self-employed, you could have, you know, whatever it is that you do is maybe a little bit more, let's say, life-changing in some way or other. If you're in the medical field, this is really something. You know, it's you are going to have the power to, like, really heal people, okay? Or even yourself, because this is the house of health. So your health, period, may have been on your mind. It doesn't mean that you've been ill enough to pay attention to your health, but you may have just decided that it's a good idea too, or maybe you have always. But now you're more interested, even more so than usual, in your health and in changing things, okay? Especially when the sun moves here, it highlights this whole area, okay? As far as service to others, okay, what that is, I feel, is when someone needs your help in some way or other, that they ask you for a favor and in return offer to do something for you. So both of you benefit from some kind of an arrangement. Okay, that was their idea, right? So you may agree to something like this right now, or you may not, okay? Here's the thing is, your opposite sign is Pisces, and it is in your 7th house of close relationships and partnerships, arrangements, and agreements, okay? In your 7th house, okay, Pisces is your opposite sign, and having Neptune and Saturn here at the very same time transiting together sometimes makes someone a bit more of a get-over than normal. Not you. One of these close relationships in your life, they may be pulling the wool over your eyes, or at least feeling that they are. They may try to lead you into arrangements or agreements, even contracts, whether they're verbal or even written, that are kind of binding or not in your best interest. Let's put it that way, okay? So you really have to watch out for any kind of agreement that you make with someone, even if it's just a favor. Okay, because you could be saddled with whatever kind of responsibilities that may come with something like that. You know, it could be something very minor. It could start off minor. It could even be like something with a coworker, or your employer could even say, hey, how about if you do this, and then we'll do it this way or do it that way. If it is your employer, it's more beneficial to them, believe me, not you. But if it is like a friend or even a family member that needs some kind of help from you, you could be somewhere down the line, like stuck with, doing a hell of a lot more than you had agreed to. Okay, let's put it that way. There is a full moon in Leo on the 25th. Okay, in your 12th house. That's where you have the sign of Leo. It's directly across from the 6th house of Aquarius. Okay, so 12th house is secrets. Secrets and confidences and action by you or someone else behind the scenes. So this is happening. This is all going down in private. Okay, it could be something happening at work, you know. You could find out about it. That's why the full moon is occurring here. You could stumble across something that's happening. Could be with your company. Could be something they don't want anyone to know. Could be some kind of new move or new direction they're going in, or some kind of weird policy they're about ready to try to implement, and you know, see how many people they're going to leave the company because of it. You know, something like that. It's just an idea to keep all this in mind. Okay. On the 27th, Uranus in Taurus in your 9th house turns direct, okay? And I will cover that next month because this is happening so late at the end of the month, and plus it does take a while for a slower moving planet like Uranus to really kick in there, so it's not going to affect you right away anyway. Okay, so the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Virgo on the 27th, 28th, and 29th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Pisces, and those dates are the 14th and 15th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, and speculation, or anything to do with children is the 10th, 11th, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The best time for money is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 16th, 17th, 30th, and 31st. The best time for your career is the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And the best time for communication and travel is the 5th, 6th, 7th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. So, Happy New Year to you. Wishing you a very fortunate year ahead. And you guys don't forget to check out my weekly forecast, okay? And I'll see you then. Goodbye.